All right, travel crew, you guys won't believe the atmosphere we've plunged into today. We've stepped into a realm where the ancient trees twist like petrified agony, their branches clawing at a perpetually bruised sky. The ground beneath my boots feels less like earth and more like a vast breathing organism, yielding and then gripping with each step. A sibilant wind whispers through the gnarled canopy, carrying a complex aroma, acrid decay, damp earth, and an unsettling, ferrous tang that prickles the back of my throat. My heightened senses scream warnings from every direction. Even the still air feels heavy with unseen threats. Far in the distance, a faint plume of smoke curls upwards, a fragile sign of life in this desolate expanse, hinting at the troubled souls who call this place home. I'm searching for the Blight-Apple, the one ingredient rumored to challenge even my cursed palate. Do you feel that ancient chill settling into your bones, crew? All right, travel crew, look what we've stumbled upon in this desolate expanse. A ramshackle lean-to, packed with scavenged metal and tattered cloth, emits that faint smoke plume. I approach Old Man Gareth, his perpetually grimy hands clutching a dented canteen, his eyes wary. Tell me, friend, I begin, about the fruit they call the Blight-Apple. He squints. That Blight-Apple? It carries the scent of vanished worth, boy. A hollow bone whisper that strips the shine from everything. The air around it feels like grinding dust, he adds, his voice raspy. He gestures to a missing finger. Many a fool lost their fortune, and more, to that fruit's touch. He's not wrong, crew. My senses are now picking up that hollow bone resonance, a subtle calcifying hum beneath the usual rot. The air itself feels brittle, almost pulverizing against my skin, just as he described. This isn't just a fruit, it's a living void, a sensory paradox that challenges everything I know. My heightened senses are screaming, pushing my endurance to its limits with every new detail. How do we even approach something that turns wealth to dust, crew? All right, travel crew, the air just shifted, growing heavy, with a sharp, mineral tang as we entered this cavernous chamber. Before me, a colossal scaled beast, a glint hoarder, its hide like polished obsidian, eyes like molten gold, meticulously arranges its hoard. A low, guttural churr, like grinding stones, rumbles from its chest as it nudges a pile of glittering, non-gold trinkets. The chamber smells of ancient stone and a faint, musky reptilian hide. Suddenly, a small, dark fruit, similar to the Blight-Apple, rolls near its treasures. The beast lets out a gravelly growl, its eyes narrowing with primal caution. It uses a massive claw to flick a dull stone at the fruit, not touching the fruit itself. The stone instantly crumbles into fine dust upon impact, and a nearby silver coin visibly dulls, its luster vanishing. The air around the fruit now feels intensely desiccating, pulling moisture from my skin with an abrasive sting. My cursed senses are screaming, the hollow bone resonance vibrating through my very teeth, confirming Gareth's warning. This beast understands the fruit's destructive power, using its aura as a perimeter defense for its hoard. How do we even get close to something so volatile without losing everything, crew? All right, travel crew, we've slipped into a place where the air itself feels like a hushed secret, a market tucked away from the main thoroughfares. The scent here is a strange blend of dried herbs, damp stone, and a faint, sweet decay, like overripe fruit left too long in a forgotten cellar. Merchants here speak in low tones, their wares glinting dully under flickering lantern light. a stark contrast to the vibrant chaos outside. My gaze locks onto a specific stall, its wooden counter worn smooth, displaying a single dark fruit cradled on a bed of woven reeds. This is it, the Blight-Apple. Its skin a deep bruised purple, almost black. A wizened vendor, a woman with eyes like polished river stones, carefully adjusts a small tarnished silver charm near it. "It hungers for the bright," she murmurs, her voice like rustling leaves, and turns it to dust. I watch as a stray beam of light from a shifting lantern catches the fruit. A faint, almost imperceptible shimmer radiates outwards. The air around it thrums with a low, resonant frequency, a hollow bone echo that vibrates through my teeth, just like Gareth warned. A nearby copper coin on the stall visibly darkens, its metallic sheen instantly muted, confirming the fruit's destructive aura. The vendor quickly shields the fruit with a thick, dark cloth, her movements precise, almost ritualistic. This isn't just a fruit. It's a volatile, almost sentient entity, reacting to light and proximity. The sensory pressure from its presence is immense, a constant, abrasive pull on the moisture in my skin. It's clear why this stall is so quiet, why people give it a wide berth. Crew, how do we even begin to approach something that actively consumes brilliance? All right, travel crew, this negotiation just took a wild turn. Alara, the vendor with eyes like polished river stones, watched me intently as I presented a small, purified gold coin. I thought a universal symbol of value would be a good start, a gesture of respect for her rare wares. But as the gleaming gold approached the Blight-Apple, the air around it thickened, pressing in with a palpable, grinding friction. A low, resonant thrum intensified, vibrating through my chest, and a sharp, caustic vapor erupted from the fruit. "Not that, boy!" Alara hissed, recoiling sharply, her hand flying to shield her face. The coin, barely an inch from the fruit, instantly dulled, then visibly pitted, its surface dissolving into a brittle crackle. The scent of rapid oxidation, like burnt copper and ozone, flared intensely, stinging my nostrils. This isn't just a fruit, it's a living nullifier of brilliance, crew. I quickly withdrew the corroding coin, my mind racing to process the precise radius and speed of its destructive field. My standard approach failed spectacularly, but the data is invaluable. Now, how do we handle an ingredient that actively consumes its payment? All right, travel crew, the moment of truth is upon us. This Blight-Apple, nestled deep within these gnarled roots, demands respect and precision. I fashioned a cradle from the thickest, most fibrous leaf I could find, reinforced with tightly woven, supple vines. My obsidian blade, honed to a wicked edge, is the only tool that won't react to its destructive field. As I sever the stem, a low, guttural rumble vibrates through the earth beneath my boots. The air around the fruit pulses with a sharp, ammoniac scent, far more concentrated than before. Ilara, her eyes wide, mutters, "It's alive, boy. It feels you." A small, six-legged creature, previously camouflaged against the bark, scrambles away with frantic clicks. The ground shudders violently, and the ancient canopy above moans as if in pain. I carefully lisp the fruit, using the leaf as a barrier, feeling the subtle, grinding friction of its nullifying presence. Securing it tightly within the vine-bound cradle, the exertion leaves my muscles trembling. This containment is temporary, but it holds. Do you feel that raw power, crew? All right, travel crew, this isn't just a hike. It's a high-stakes ballet with a ticking time bomb. The ground beneath my boots now shudders with a constant, deep tremor, like a colossal heart beating beneath the crust. Jagged spires of obsidian-like rock jut from the earth, shedding fine, gritty dust that stings my nostrils with a sharp, mineral tang. The air, already thick with acrid decay, now carries a new, unsettling scent of pulverized stone and damp, fungal growth. I'm moving with the earth's own rhythm, a slow, deliberate sway that counters the fruit's destructive pulse. My heightened touch maps every subtle shift in the ground, every whisper of wind against the gnarled branches above. I adjust my grip on the vine cradle, feeling the raw, grinding friction of the Blight-Apple's field against the fibrous leaf. Each step is a precise calculation, aligning my body with the planet's tectonic breath to minimize any sudden jolt. A sudden, deep fissure tears open the ground directly ahead, swallowing a section of the path. The small, six-legged creature from before, startled, skitters towards the crumbling edge. I lunge, not breaking my rhythm, extending my foot to gently nudge the creature back from the precipice. My muscles scream, not just from the physical strain, but from the immense mental focus required to keep this volatile ingredient stable. The ammoniac scent from the fruit intensifies with every tremor, burning at the back of my throat. My vision narrows, the world blurring into a tunnel focused solely on the fruit and the next precarious footfall. The sheer weight of this ingredient, both physical and existential, presses down on me. Do you feel the world itself trying to tear this power from my grasp, crew? All right, travel crew, the real work begins now, right here in the shadow of these ancient, tortured peaks. I found a weathered stone mortar, abandoned but perfectly suited for this delicate operation. The air still hums with the Blight-Apple's destructive potential, a sharp, ammoniac scent that makes my eyes water. I carefully place the fruit into the mortar, using a thick, woven leaf to shield my hands. The moment it settles, the stone beneath it begins to fizzle, a faint, sulfuric vapor rising. I grab a heavy, gnarled pestle, its surface rough and pitted, and begin to apply the barest pressure. A low, grinding thrum vibrates through the pestle, a direct counterforce from the fruit. Too much pressure, and this entire valley could erupt. Too little, and the purification fails. My heightened touch feels every microfracture in the fruit, every ripple of its destructive field. A gaunt, hunched figure, clutching at tattered cloth, watches from a distance, his eyes wide with a mixture of fear and morbid fascination. It hungers for the bright, he rasps, his voice like dry leaves skittering across stone. A sudden, sharp crack echoes from the mortar as a sliver of the fruit's skin vaporizes. I instantly ease the pressure, my muscles tensing, the air around me momentarily growing frigid. This isn't just cooking, it's a negotiation with raw, untamed power. Can you feel the sheer will required to tame this ingredient, crew? All right, travel crew, this is it, the moment of truth. I carefully lift a sliver of the purified Blight-Apple with a clean, splintered twig. No turning back now. My senses are screaming, but my will is stronger. I place the fragment onto my tongue, and the world stops. There's no flavor, no texture, just an agonizing, absolute void that rips through my being. It's not taste blindness. It's a searing, deafening absence, a raw, primal scream of nothingness. My vision blurs. The gnarled trees around me seem to writhe, their branches coiling tighter. A jolt of pure, frigid energy courses through my veins, making my skin prickle with an unseen luminescence. The gaunt figure gasps, recoiling, his tattered cloth falling from his hand as his eyes widen in terror. A low, resonant groan echoes from the very earth beneath my feet, a deep, telluric tremor. This isn't just a curse, It's a living entity fighting back with every fiber of its being. My body feels like a conduit, vibrating with an impossible pressure, a silent internal explosion. Did you feel that seismic shift, crew? Crew, the reverberations are finally settling, leaving an odd, hollow calm in their wake. My body still hums with that impossible pressure, a phantom echo of the void the Blight-Apple tore through me. The acrid decay in the air is dissipating, replaced by a faint, almost wistful scent of damp moss and cooling stone. This world, with its ancient, writhing trees, taught me the true cost of power, a lesson etched deeper than any flavor. I left a small, polished fragment of the Blight-Apple's purified wood on that weathered altar for the gaunt figure, a silent mourning and a gesture of respect for his enduring spirit. The energy of this realm is receding, its oppressive weight lifting from my shoulders. Ahead, the next portal shimmers with a vibrant, crystalline hum, a stark contrast to this fading, earthy thrum. This journey demands everything, but it also forges something new within me. Are you ready to face what comes next, crew? Because I am.